Frida Kahlo's story is truly inspiring and full of strength and overcoming. She was one of the most iconic artists of the 20th century, known not only for her unique art, but also for her life marked by challenges and adversity. So, if you're ready to be inspired by the story of an extraordinary woman and her powerful art, subscribe to our channel now and don't miss a single detail of Frida Kahlo's fascinating journey. Sign up now and join us on this journey of discovery and inspiration. Frida Kahlo was born on July 6, 1907, in Mexico. Her life was permeated by tragedies from an early age. At the age of 6, she contracted polio, which left permanent damage to her right leg. Later, at the age of 18, she suffered a serious bus accident that left her with multiple fractures and serious injuries, including an iron bar that passed through her body. The consequences of this accident were devastating and had a profound impact on her life and her art. During her long recovery, Frida began painting as a way to express her physical and emotional pain. Her art became a kind of catharsis, a means of facing her internal anguish. Kahlo developed a unique, surrealist style, often portraying her physical and emotional suffering through intense, symbolic self-portraits. In addition to her physical struggles, Frida also faced emotional challenges, including her turbulent relationship with the famous painter Diego Rivera, with whom she had a tumultuous marriage marked by mutual infidelities. Despite the difficulties in their relationship, Frida and Diego had a profound impact on each other, influencing their respective works of art. Despite all the adversity she faced throughout her life, Frida Kahlo never let her circumstances define her. She continued to paint, create, and express herself, becoming an inspirational figure to many, especially women, for her frank and courageous approach to identity and pain. Even after her death in 1954, Frida Kahlo left a lasting legacy, both as an artist and as a symbol of resistance and overcoming. Her art continues to move and inspire people around the world, reminding us of the human ability to transform pain into beauty and to find strength even in the most difficult circumstances. In 1925, a catastrophic event forever changed the course of Frida Kahlo's life. Returning from school in Mexico City, the bus she was on collided with a tram, leaving her with serious injuries to her spine, pelvis, and hips. These injuries confined her to a bed for months, but it was during this period of immobility that she found a new way of seeing the world. With an easel adapted to her bed, Frida immersed herself in the art of painting. Her works were not only reflections of her physical reality, but also windows into her soul and unique perspective. Throughout her life, she distinguished herself as a creator and muse of extraordinary art, offering the world a glimpse into her complex and captivating worldview. While many are already familiar with Kahlo's works, each of her works is an opportunity to delve even deeper into her creative mind. She painted everything from portraits of friends and family to spiritual scenes and still lives. But it was her hypnotic self-portraits that truly captivated the world, revealing not only her face but also her soul. Whether you're already familiar with Kahlo's unique vision or are just beginning to explore her legacy, I invite you to join us on a journey to discover the richness and depth of her art. Come see the world through the eyes of one of the most influential and intriguing artists of the 20th century. Frida Kahlo, from her first work such as Self-Portrait with Velvet Dress, already highlighted her striking features, such as her thick eyebrows and her penetrating gaze. However, as her artistic journey progressed, her expression became even more unique and provocative. In works such as The Broken Column, Kahlo delves into symbolism and religious imagery to portray not only her physical condition, but also her psychological anguish. In this painting, she uses a shattered landscape as a metaphor for her own painful experience, revealing an emotional depth that echoes through the vibrant colors and symbolic details. In 1928, a new chapter began in Frida Kahlo's life when she began a relationship with fellow painter Diego Rivera. Together, they formed a quirky and glamorous couple whose union transcended conventional boundaries. In addition to their loving partnership, Kahlo and Rivera shared a passionate commitment to art, communist politics, and Mexican nationalism. Traveling the world together and immersed in the cultural and political effervescence of the time, Kahlo and Rivera were intrinsically linked to the Mexicanidad movement, which sought to rescue and celebrate Mexican identity and culture. His closeness to this ideology was reflected both in his personal life and in his works, which often explored themes of identity, pain, and cultural resilience. Thus, the journey of Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera was not only a story of love and partnership, but also a saga of artistic commitment and political engagement, marked by creative expression and the tireless search for the true essence of Mexicanidad. After the Mexican Revolution, a cultural movement emerged to celebrate and rescue Mexico's indigenous roots, known as Mexicanidad. Frida Kahlo delved deeply into this atmosphere, incorporating elements of indigenous culture into her everyday life, such as wearing traditional Tehuana dress and exploring indigenous spirituality in her art. Her work is a vivid expression of this fusion of influences, reflecting the vibrant aesthetic of Mexican folk painting, with its intense colors and themes that address death, religion, and nature. Although her work is often associated with surrealism, her approach differs from that of traditional surrealists. While these explored the unconscious with dreamlike images, Kahlo used her art as a way of portraying her own life experiences, focusing on her body and her identity. Two recurring themes in her work are her physical disability, resulting from the bus accident she suffered, and her relationship with Diego Rivera. The accident left Kahlo with lifelong health problems, leading to frequent hospitalizations and a constant battle with physical pain. Her self-portraits often capture this struggle and reveal her resilience in the face of adversity. Thus, Frida Kahlo transcended the boundaries between art and life, transforming her own experiences into a powerful artistic expression that resonates to this day. Her work not only celebrates rich Mexican culture, but also invites us to reflect on universal questions of identity, pain, and overcoming. Frida Kahlo's work is deeply introspective, reflecting not only the physical consequences, but also the deep emotional scars of her disability. In her self-portraits, she did not hesitate to portray her physical torments, incorporating elements such as her corset and wheelchair, as well as showing the stages of recovery from her numerous operations. While dealing with her own internal struggles, Kahlo's love life with Diego Rivera was turbulent and complex, marked by infidelity on both sides. Their relationship was an emotional roller coaster, with divorces followed by reconciliations. This emotional turmoil was reflected in many of her works, including The Two Fridas. The Two Fridas is a double self-portrait that symbolizes the agony of loss and the duality of Kahlo's self-image. Although Frida Kahlo's name has long been recognized, her work reminds us of the complexity of the life, work, and legacy behind the icon. She does not offer us simple answers, but invites us to explore the multiple facets of her reality and delve into her soul through her deeply personal paintings. Thus, she presents us with a glimpse of her true essence and challenges us to reflect on our own journeys of self-discovery.